35192, want to send me a text. I saw Slipknot is the latest band to get those Funko Pop figures. You know, the Funko Pops?
Those are fun.
People love the Funko Pops, and boy, do they make a lot of these. If you have stock in Funko Pop, I'm curious how it does, but they make them out of every possible corner of pop culture. Make these tiny little square-headed dolls. When I was moving packing up my son to move him to college this last fall, I forgot how many of those he had acquired in his youth. Some comic book characters have like Game of Thrones Funko Pops, and every possible, from the very well-known to the obscure. And they're rolling out a whole bunch of heavy metal artists for the 2020 Funko Pop line. Collectible figures of Slipknot, Slayer, Motorhead, and Ghost. If you're a fan of any of those bands. They're also going to have, what else? They're going to sell, obviously, a Lemmy Funko. The guys from Slayer, these are coming out in April. These were revealed at the London Toy Fair, which probably would be fun to go to, if you're being honest with yourself. They're also revealing the Lil Wayne Funko doll, ZZ Top, Shania Twain, Eazy-E, Rip Easy, Willie Nelson, Rivers Cuomo of Weezer, and more. So imagine if you're the other guys in Weezer, because they've just released all the information that these bands are all getting Funko Pops right now.
But not everybody in the band gets one.
Well, you might. I mean, if you're a band with 19 guys in it, Slipknot, obviously not. Weezer has 4 guys. So they go, guys, I got great news. They're making Funko Pop dolls out of us. Cool. Well, they're making a Funko Pop doll out of me.
It's a very Almost Famous moment.
I guess so.
I'm just one of the background guys. I'm just one of the shadow guys.
Congratulations, Rivers. Imagine being a guy named Rivers. Not River. River Phoenix. Rivers. Rivers Cuomo. Nice guy. Never thought those guys would still be around in 2020.
Neither did they.
Right. I'm happy they are.
Yeah.
Got nothing against Weezer.
I like me some Weezer. Are they getting so far with these Funko Pops, though, they're going to start doing, like, things that don't need it? It'd be like a Lester Holt Funko Pop.
Yeah. It's a Chris Hansen Funko Pop. You put him on somebody's front door as a goof for Halloween, and then you just, you know? Forget the flaming bags of poop. You knock on somebody's door, and they open it up. There's a little Chris Hansen Funko Pop there.
You guys collect the Supreme Court justices Funko Pops? Those are pretty good, right?
You know what? I just bought Alito. I need Sotomayor, and I need Clarence Thomas. But I don't think the other ones are getting them.
Yeah.
That's right. Sam Roberts is getting his. Or is it John Roberts? Samuel Alito, who's the Chief Justice who's overseeing this? John Roberts is the Chief Justice. And how far back do you go if you're doing the Supreme Court Justice Funko Pops?
I think you go through some administrations and,
do you go back to Thurgood Marshall? I mean,
why not?
At least he's got historical relevance.
Yeah, you do like some
Sandra
special
Day
releases.
O'Connor?
Yeah, for like the first woman, the first black guy.
Okay.
First white guy.
The very first white guy on the United States.
No one ever celebrates the first white guy. Who's the first white guy to be a Supreme Court justice?
That's a good question.
Where's
First Supreme Court justices. I'll give you a hint. Whoever the first ones were, they were all white guys.
Yeah.
John Jay was the first Chief Justice. Boy, that's kind of a modern name.
John Jay?
Yeah, J-A-Y. Because back then they all had names that were born out of like what their dad did, or blacksmiths.
That, or they were like assigned to them as they like immigrated,
getting off the boat
to this country from like an Eastern European country. Like, we can't really say that, so you're gonna be Pritchard.
Yeah. Smith.
Yeah.
John Jay, 1774, the first Chief Justice of the United States. So there you go.
But they had to swear more in at the same time, right? There's probably a few that, like, there wasn't like a first one.
Well,
was he the first one?
The first Supreme Court.
Yeah.
John Jay was the Chief Justice.
Okay.
James Wilson, William Cushing, John Blair, John Rutledge, and James Iredell.
Damn.
Right?
James and John.
A lot of Janes and Johns, boy.
Basic. AF.
Yeah. So, anyway, I would love to see the SCOTUS Funko Pop dolls. That's a great idea.
Presidents, they probably do the presidents. Who's the first white president? George Washington.
Washington. Right.
I love how you say the first white president. It's just like
I'm trying to give people their due. You say the first black president. You say the first woman president. If we get one of those, you're gonna say, why not say the first white president?
Greatest line ever is Zach Galifianakis in Between Two Ferns. Congratulations on being the last black president.
Yes.
To Barack Obama. Greatest line ever.
I mean, so true.
And then, yeah, it hurts a little bit.
Hey, I got $1,000 for you to win. About 30 past every hour. You got a crack at this, you can go fund yourself. Good luck.
Hey, it's Rover. Go fund yourself. We have your shot at $1,000 now. Text the nationwide keyword SAVE to the number 200-200. You'll get a text confirming entry plus iHeartRadio info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's SAVE to 200-200. Good luck and go fund yourself from 100.7 WMMS.
In the break, we were running another commercial for one of these Fakakta podcasts that we're running, you know, and the girl, they do an interview with a heptathlete, and I thought that was just like a athlete with hepatitis. So I didn't know what a heptathlete was, and so I Google heptathlete, and it says an athlete who takes part in a heptathlon. I'm like, yeah, that doesn't help me. What's a heptathlon? I guess it's 7 events. I didn't know what that was. I like learning new stuff.
Yeah.
Did you know what a heptathlon was?
No, it sounds like a disease.
It's like a long jump and a shot put. It's like old school track and field, right?
But it sounds like something like, ooh, you got the heptathlon strain of.
Well, yeah, I thought it was
man.
I thought it was an athlete with hepatitis.
Oh, you get the hepatitis, yeah.
Right. So you
Don't
know,
want that.
Do they have? I mean, I think there should be like a league, just like there's like the Special Olympics, the Gay Games, and the regular Olympics. There should be some with just everyone has an STD, some kind.
the almost dead games.
Because everyone complains about how all these athletes bang in like Olympic
Yeah, we might actually
like
already have that. It might just be called the Olympics.
I'm just saying, they're like, oh, everyone's just animals once they get off the field, and everyone just bangs in Olympic Village. They don't have to worry about that with STD Village.
Now, do they have in the STD Olympics? Is it something that can be cured, or does it have to be something that you have for life?
Terminal?
Like it's got to be like a
No,
not
it doesn't have to
terminal,
be-
but just got to be like a like you
Incurable.
can't- Yeah.
No, but I just think there's another set of rules, because think about like if you're like jumping over like a hurdle or something like that, you might open your legs and people might pass out. Like there might be different smells, there might be different feelings. Like you can't touch certain people. It's kind of cool.
Doesn't sound that cool.
No, I agree.
Cool to
That sounds
watch,
cool to me.
not to participate in.
No, not even cool to watch. There's
the
nothing good about
STD
this.
Olympics.
Yeah.
Live from the Super Gund Arena.
Are you gonna have them perform naked so you can like? Do you want to be able to visually
They won't
see
need
their?
to. Some people might be like secreting or something. I don't know.
Secreting, Bill. You mean that they might have a flare-up?
Or it could be
Secreting
like
it.
things could be draining. You don't know.
he slipped to that secretion, Frank. Oh, that's really going to set him back. That's going to affect his time. Oh, no.
I'll let you figure that one out. I'm not gonna vouch for the STD Olympics.
I mean, you can be straight and compete in the gay games. You don't have to be gay, right? You have to. Well, it's true. You can be straight and compete in the gay games.
I ain't
You can
participating
be gay
either.
and compete in the straight games. They're not called
That
the straight
too.
games. They're just,
But you do have to be physically challenged or mentally challenged to compete in the Special Olympics, right?
Well,
Like
'cause
I
there's-
can't compete in the Special Olympics.
There's a Special Olympics and then there's the Paralympics.
Well,
And
that's for
those-
amputees.
Yes.
Yeah. But the Special Olympics are. I see what you mean. Special Olympics are for mentally handicapped people.
Correct.
And the Paralympics are for physically handicapped people.
Correct.
Right. But it's like you got to be missing a limb, yeah? Mm-hmm. Like if you have a bunion, you can't get into the Paralympics.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. I get,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's got to be something a little more severe than that.
Yeah, okay. So so you got to be missing a limb. That's the line.
I don't think it's just missing a limb because I think there's people that have like MS that participate in that, and their body just doesn't. They have some
They're
sort
at the
of
full speed.
ailment or whatever.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Athletes with a range of disabilities. Okay. There's some foxy Paralympic athletes.
What was the one that killed the girl? Oscar Pistorius.
Oh, yeah, the Blade Runner.
The Blade Runner.
He shot his girlfriend through the door and then pretended that he didn't mean to do that.
Did I do that?
Yeah, she was murdered by Urkel, if you'll recall. Yeah. That's exactly what he said. But he was like Australian or something.
South America.
South America.
South
Did
African.
I do that?
South
Whatever
African,
South African is. Yeah, right. Oscar Pistorius. Is he still in jail?
I think he is.
All right.
Yeah.
Because for a while they were like, oh, he's going to get out, and people flipped out.
You know who did get out today?
I already know what you're going to say.
What's that? Catherine Cook? Is that her name?
The girl who told her boyfriend they were texting, and she said, go kill yourself.
Assisted suicide.
But she did, like, I was reading a headline that says, the woman who got it. I'm like, woman? She's like 18 years old, isn't she?
I think she's up to like 21 now.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like
that was years ago.
But didn't she also just go in?
It certainly
less
seems
than
like
a year. She did less than a year.
They gave her like 3 years, didn't they?
They gave her 18 months, and she did like 11 months.
Oh, okay. Well, that's that's more time than some people do.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Yeah,
But
Oscar Pistorius is still in prison, I think.
Yeah, but this lady's out, and people are freaking out, and they're like, I watched the documentary with Grandma, and she really does not like this girl.
What's it
at
called?
all.
Thank You, Go Kill Yourself, or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. I love you, kill yourself.
I love you, kill yourself.
Something like that.
What's to like
It's gonna be the name
about
of
her?
Poundcake's memoirs.
Well, I mean, she.
That monobrow, for one thing.
Yeah, right. Whew. And there's nothing to like about her, but it's also one of those things where she did her time. I mean, what else is she supposed to do? Is she not? Is she supposed to be like, nah, I should be in here longer?
That's the irony of
It's not up to
apology
her.
culture. Is even when people get an apology, it's still not enough.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you
And
can't replace a life, though.
No, I'm not saying that. That goes way beyond an apology. I'm just saying that all these people who piss and moan for apologies or people to whatever, they're all lying because going to jail is not enough now. Like, I get if you're the kid's family, you don't want her to ever get out of jail. And is 18 months a long time for that? There were some people who thought that she never should have gone on trial because how can you be responsible for someone else killing themselves? But, you know, they made the case that the kid was under so much duress that she was responsible enough for it, and she pushed him over the edge.
Yeah, she played a role in it.
Yeah.
And so she got, I think, a pretty appropriate sentence for that role she played in the kid killing himself.
I'm surprised you say that.
Why?
I don't know. I'm just surprised, just because how much mental illness like plays into cases like this, and for her to just, I just feel like aid him into doing something so heinous. Like if she really loved him, she would get him help or attempt to get him help.
Well, no one's disputing that. The question is she culpable for making another person kill themselves?
Yes. If
you know anything about suicide, if someone wants to kill themselves, they will find a way to do it.
I understand that, but that's like me texting you, Alan, I'm going to, when I get home today, I'm going to kill myself and the rest of my family. You can either be like, yeah, cool beans, bro.
Well, yes.
Or you could be...
Obviously,
Well, yeah, but
obviously it's someone who's a little lacking in some capacity to go through that. I've told you before, when my girlfriend in college killed herself, her parents blamed me.
Yes, but you weren't saying...
No, but what's the difference?
The difference is she's saying, yes, you're free now. Go to the light, baby. Stay in your car. Like, that's
Right,
Yeah,
and
but
that's
that's
why
what-
she went to jail. I do think she should
But
go to
that's
jail.
not long
and
enough.
But how long is
How
long
long
enough?
is long enough?
that's a murder.
She didn't murder him. He murdered
assisted,
himself,
yes.
hence the suicide. That's
People
literally
have-
the definition of
people
suicide.
have gotten more time
It's
for
not
being...
a homicide, it's a suicide.
People have gotten more time for being present at a murder that they didn't commit. Okay?
Okay,
They've
but
been
this
on
is-
the scene
this is not-
and didn't do anything about it.
But that's a whole other argument about the criminal justice system. We're talking about this case.
Okay, but this...
How much time is appropriate for a girl who they said, yeah, you sent him so many texts that he finally went and did it? She didn't stab him, she didn't shoot him.
Insert, murder
He
trial.
had attempted to kill himself on multiple
occasions
before this.
But he's okay. But that to me, that signals mentally ill.
Yeah.
So you're literally aiding someone. You're assisting suicide.
well,
to me.
if there's anything that should be taken into account is that she is also mentally
Yes,
not all there.
she's incapacitated.
Did she
in
plead
some-
insanity?
I think she may have tried that.
Oh, I'm sure they tried everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm just.
The
saying.
fact is, she did not murder him.
she did not murder
And
him.
she was in jail for almost a year. How much longer should she be in jail? In your
Long.
opinion?
at least do like 6 to 10 years.
Okay.
How did you arrive at 6 for texts? 6 to 10 years.
They're not just texts,
They
Alan.
are literally just texts. We could argue forever as to the
sending a threat is just a text. It's the context of the text and the conversation.
people don't get 6 to 10 years for rape. They don't get sick. People who have literally
if they're
murdered
white.
people who have literally murdered people have not gotten 10 years in prison.
I beg to differ, but okay.
No, it's true. I'm not pulling this out of my ass. It's true. There are murderers who have gotten out before 10 years. You don't always get life with no possibility of parole.
We're talking about vehicular homicide or vehicular manslaughter? Like, what are we talking about?
Pick your poison. I'm just saying this
My
girl...
uncle, I don't know about you, but my uncle got 22 years.
Right, but if it's
because he murdered someone.
Yeah, if it's a crime of passion that
and he's
plays
black.
into it.
And he's black.
Yeah,
and that's what I'm saying.
That doesn't help.
This would be a different case if it was somebody in the hood. She's someone of privilege, and it doesn't matter.
But they still wouldn't have given her 6 to 10 years for not murdering someone.
And it's also the first case like this that ever has gone through a court system. So they're setting the precedent, and it's hard to figure out exactly what the punishment for that should be.
I think she was the canary in the coal mine. They wanted to see how a jury would react to something like this. It was a very 21st century case. You know, does that constitute, like Poundcake says, accessory to murder?
It's
suicide?
a reprehensible thing that she did. She did a terrible thing. And she was sentenced to 18 months, got out in 12 for being on good behavior.
They didn't charge her.
Like
I don't think they charged her with a capital crime.
I just don't understand how you guys can look at her in a different light. Because to me,
what light do I need? I think she's a bad person.
But I look at her like a murderer.
But she's not.
But she didn't
She
murder
did
somebody.
not take a gun and shoot him or stab him or hang him she didn't. She wasn't even there. It wasn't like she was standing next to him having a conversation and he blew his brains out. What did he do? He
got in his car and turned it on and had the hose going into
there
his
you
window.
go.
She was saying, "Stay in, don't get out."
There you go.
No, it wasn't even his car. I think he had a generator in the cab of his car.
And he kept the door shut.
And wasn't he in like a Walmart parking lot or something like that?
Something like that,
some parking lot, and he's like, "I don't know if I could go through with this." She's like, "No, she's like, you're meant to do this," or something of the sort.
Maybe she thought she was setting him free. Because
she did. She was like, "You're free now. You can go."
Yeah, because he had already
go to the light.
He had already attempted it in the past. Hello.
Hello, am I in here?
You are. Who's this?
My name's Chris, and I wanted to weigh in. I agree with Poundcake, and I have problems with suicide, and the fact that he tried to do it twice, and she called him names and told him, "You need to stay in the car this time." I think, A, it's good that she got charged, but I think, B, I don't think 18 months is near enough.
Hell no.
How long do you think they should be?
How long should she be in, Chris?
Well, 5 to 10. I mean, you can't.
Okay.
It's no different than if a drunk driver takes a life.
Exactly.
A life is a life, and when she berated him, he looked up to her. When she berated him, and said, "Stay in there, you sissy," yada yada yada, and she pushed him. That's no different than if he was on a bridge, and she's standing there yelling, "Jump, jump,
you
jump,
won't jump." Exactly.
Yeah, but listen, Chris, that also sets up a dangerous precedent where you can charge people for what other people do.
It's not the same thing.
It is this.
No,
What you're saying is that What you're saying is that ultimately a person can be criminally responsible for someone else's actions.
But you can, though. If you bully someone into suicide, the family can sue you. You can legally sue somebody for harassing you.
That's a civil case. I'm talking criminal case. That's a civil case. That's wrongful death.
The sad part is that I feel that maybe we don't put enough value on life, and that.
Well, that ship has sailed, Chris. I mean, I agree with you, but that ship has sailed.
I'm being selfish in maybe part of my statement. I agree with Poundcake. I think 18 months is way too late for any life that you would take or being near taking a life. I just think a matter of 18 months, I think the girl knew what she was doing and she played it off.
And I think what it comes down to is you really don't know how responsible she was. Does she have some responsibility?
Yeah, how do you gauge that? How do you gauge her culpability in that?
Right, exactly. And that's why I think the judge was like 18 months seems like a good amount of time.
The judge is probably like, well, I can't give her nothing, but I'm not going to give her life.
Okay,
right.
but
you can't give her 5 years or.
But she still. I mean, they could have said you're going to do this hard 18 months. No parole. Like you're going to do these 18 months. No good behavior. Nothing. You're going to do it, and she didn't even get that. So it's still not.
I haven't read it all yet, but I'm sure.
Model prisoner goes a long way. When this girl gets in there, boy, you better bet she was straightening up and flying right.
And you also have circumstances like you're not out scot-free right now. Like she probably has to go to some sort of therapy.
She has to register as a text murderer.
Yeah, some sort of. Does she get a phone? Can she have a phone? I feel like no more phone for her.
She has to walk around. She can only have a jitterbug.
That's right.
Yeah. All right, I've got a break. I'll have those Mark Maron tickets for you shortly. 30th of this month. Hey, There's More tour is going to hit the Agora. It's a Thursday night. A week from tonight, as a matter of fact. So if you want to see Mark Maron, hook up shortly. 35192 if you want to text.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS. And everywhere you go on our free iHeartRadio app.